Hello friends, welcome to the 106th session of Hybris tutorial. Guys, in this session we are going to discuss the SmartEdit architecture in detail. We will also discuss how we can customize the SmartEdit as per the project requirement. We will discuss how we can customize the UI of SmartEdit or the layout of SmartEdit as per your project requirements. What all are the steps for doing such customization? And then, guys, finally, we will discuss how we can use the Smart Edit for the creation of custom CMS pages or for the addition of CMS components on the newly created custom CMS pages. So, this is a full fledged video on the Smart Edit in which we will be discussing the different aspects of the Smart Edit in detail. So, this video is going to be very informative for you. So guys, let's see which all topics I will be covering in this video. We will start this video with a demo of SmartEdit and its use. This part is for the people those have not seen the SmartEdit UI yet. So in this part, I will be showing you how a SmartEdit looks like and what is the use of SmartEdit. Then guys, we will discuss the SmartEdit architecture. In this part, I will be showing you different components of the SmartEdit architecture. Then, guys, we will see a demo of creation of custom CMS pages using the Smart Edit. And then, guys, we will see how we can create a custom CMS page using the Smart Edit from the scratch. In this part, we will discuss what all are the steps of creation of custom CMS page using the Smart Edit. In the previous videos, guys, we have seen how we can create a custom CMS page using the Impex and custom controller and custom JSP concept. But in this video, we will see how we can create the similar custom CMS page using the Smart Edit with the easy steps. Then, guys, we will see how we can add the component on this newly created custom CMS page using the Smart Edit. And finally, guys, we will end this video by discussing the limitations of the Smart Edit. So, guys, this is a detailed video and in which I will be touching almost all the aspects related to Smart Edit architecture, and use of the Smart Edit. So, guys, let's start with the demo of Smart Edit. Guys, if you see, I am able to open this storefront. Why I am able to open this storefront? Because I have done the setup of B2C accelerator in my local system. If you also want to do this setup in your local computer, you can watch my video by clicking on the link which is given in the description box of this video, or by clicking on the link which is given in the card section at the right side of this screen. So you can click on these links and you can also do the setup in your local system. But since I have already done this setup, that is why I am able to open this storefront. Additionally, guys, if you see, this is the URL of the Smart Edit, and this is the first look and feel of the Smart Edit. Guys, if you see, if I try to log in with my credentials with the username as admin, you can see I am able to log in into the Smart Edit. In case you are not able to log in, I will tell you the right steps to do the login into the Smart Edit, because Smart Edit also needs the authorization as a next step apart from your regular credentials. We will discuss that part in some time, but since I have already done that part, that is why I'm able to log in into the Smart Edit. So guys, you can see this is how a Smart Edit looks like. If I click on any product, guys, let's say I click on this product, this is the PDP page of this product. Similarly, guys, now if I go to the Smart Edit, if I go to the pages section, if I go over here and if I try searching the product detail page, you can see I am able to see the same page in the Smart Edit also. Guys, if I go into the pages, into the stage catalog version, and here in the storefront, right, if I go to, or if I open any page, for example, let's say if I open this custom page, Hybris Tube Ottoman sale, right, this was the page we had created when we created a custom CMS page using the impacts and by creating the custom controller and custom GSP, right? We had created this custom page using the WCMS concept. If I open the similar page here into the smart edit, if I open the similar page here as well, you can see this is how this same page looks like. This is the page, Hybris tube ottoman sale, right? And here also, if you see guys, this is the same page I can open here in the smart edit as well. Then what is the benefit of opening this page? The benefit is guys, I can add any additional component directly on this page. If I had to do this by using the traditional way of impexes and custom controllers, right, I had to do lot of customizations. I had to write the impact statements, and then I had to adjust my GSP page as well. But here within a second I can add a new component into the existing page. I hope this is clear to you, how you can create a custom CMS page or how you can add the new component into that page. We will discuss in some time, but I hope now you have a brief idea or a brief feeling about the use of smart edit, right? Using the smart edit you can navigate to any page, right, which is respecting the smart edit contract, and then within that page you can view the different slots, right? Different content slots, different components present into that page, or you can also add additional components into that page as well. So I hope now it is clear to you what is the use of smart edit. Guys, just understand that for a technical guy it is very easy for him to create a custom CMS page using the impexes or custom controller or custom GSP. For him it is very easy to create the custom controller or custom GSP. But for a business user who doesn't have any technical knowledge, it's not easy for him, right? But he can create such type of similar custom CMS pages or custom components, right? Or he can add similar type of custom components on those pages by using the smart edit. And here he doesn't require any technical knowledge. Using the smart edit he can easily create a custom CMS page, and then he can easily add the custom component on those custom CMS pages. We will discuss this in detail in some time, but I hope now it is clear to you about the use of smart edit. So now we can say about the use of smart edit is that smart edit is a web application to manage the content of storefronts, right? You can create a new custom CMS page and you can add new component on the top of that CMS page, right? So the storefront of a website can be edited by the smart edit if the storefront adheres to the smart edit design contract for the storefront, right? What is this design contract? We will discuss in some time. So it is used to simplify the content management for non-technical users. I hope it is clear to you. We discussed some time before that for a non-technical user, it's very difficult for him to create custom controller or custom GSP, but it's very easy for him to create the custom CMS pages using the smart edit. So smart edit provides him a visual drag and drop interface to manage and customize the content for e-commerce site without requiring any developer intervention. I hope this is clear to you about what is smart edit, how smart edit looks like, and what is the use of smart edit. So guys, now let's discuss about the smart edit architecture. Smart edit framework is a set of extensions. For example, CMS smart edit, CMS smart edit web services, smart edit extensions, smart edit add-ons, smart edit web services extension, and y smart edit module. All these extensions basically build the smart edit framework, and all these extensions also have the dependency on the other extensions also. For example, these extensions have dependencies on CMS2, CMS2 lib extension, CMS back office extension, CMS facade extension, CMS OCC add-on, CMS web services extension, and preview web service extension. Also, these extensions make the REST calls to some other extensions to get the required data. I hope guys this is clear to you. SmartEdit framework also respects the authorization module, and hence SmartEdit basically makes a REST call to O authorization server extension also. We will discuss this authorization part in some time, but I hope now guys it is clear to you how a smart edit architecture looks like. We can say that smart edit architecture can be split into the two blocks, right? One is front end block and second is the back end block. So front end block consists of the smart edit and CMS smart edit extensions. We already saw, right, what all are the extensions basically which build the smart edit framework. So out of all those extensions, smart edit and CMS smart edit extensions basically build the front end part or front end block. These extensions are written in JavaScript using the Angular JS framework. In order to manage the build lifecycle of the JavaScript based extensions, which is basically cleaning, building, packaging, minifying, or beautifying the code, some libraries are required. Those are not provided by the SAP Commerce Platform by default. So SmartEdit use the npm ancillary extension to store and organize the required libraries. I hope this is clear to you. You will be hearing this word npm ancillary extension very frequently. I hope now it is clear to you what is the use of npm ancillary extension. So the backend block consists of SmartEdit web services, CMS web services, CMS SmartEdit web services, CMS facades, CMS2, CMS2 lib extensions. These extensions are built in Java using the Spring framework. So the front end communicate with the backend using the RESTful APIs. The CMS related REST APIs are defined in the SmartEdit web services, CMS SmartEdit web services, and CMS web service extension. So I hope guys this is clear to you, and the business logic used by the CMS APIs lie in the CMS facade extension, which uses the CMS services available in CMS2 and CMS lib extensions. So I hope all these things are clear to you as well. So let's revisit this diagram again. As you can see, Smart Edit framework consists of set of extensions. Some of the extensions lie in the front end block and some of the extensions lie in the back end block. For example, I told you that some of the extensions which lie in the front end block are basically Smart Edit and CMS Smart Edit extension, right? Smart Edit and CMS Smart Edit extensions, these lie in the front end block, right? And these extensions are basically written in JavaScript using the Angular JS framework, right? And to manage the build life cycle of these extensions, Smart Edit use the npm ancillary extension. I hope guys this is clear to you. And some of these extensions lie in the backend block as well. For example, Smart Edit web services, CMS web services, CMS Smart Edit web services, CMS facade, CMS2, CMS lib, right? All these lie in the backend block, and these all extensions are built in Java using the Spring framework. So let's explore the authorization part of SmartEdit in detail. I hope now, guys, it is clear to you, right? What are the benefits of SmartEdit? What are the limitations of the SmartEdit? So I hope, guys, now all the concepts related to the SmartEdit is clear to you. We have now discussed in this video about the SmartEdit use, SmartEdit architecture, authorization concept in the SmartEdit, right? And then we have also seen how we can create a custom CMS page or how we can add the components in that custom CMS page. We have discussed all these things in this video. And finally, we also discuss what all are the limitations of using the Smart Edit. So I hope guys this video is informative for you. And if this video is informative for you, please like this video and share this channel with your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye.